Hello everyone, this is Nocturne, and welcome back to some more Minecraft. It's been a little while, hasn't it? Yeah, sorry about that. Um, don't really know entirely what to say about that, other than, um, I don't know, I seem to sort of, how do I put this? I had something in my head before I hit the record button, but now that I have, my brain has gone empty. Um, I don't know, I just lost interest, I guess you could say. Not necessarily in the game, not necessarily in recording, but in things in general, which I know doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but um, I guess to simplify things a little bit, I was not having a very good month in real life, and I really didn't want to bring any of that into the LP, so I more or less just took a very extended break. Didn't mean for it to be so long, but I don't know. I'm back now, and I'm ready to get going on things. Not necessarily ready to pick up where we left off before that birthday episode, although I am going to definitely open up some of the new presents that have arrived since then. But I think what I want to do in the next few episodes, especially in today's, the guys have been doing a lot of work over at Spawn, and I haven't really taken much time to look at anything, because I wanted to share all that on screen with you guys for the first time. But I think one thing I want to do before we start with the presents and the touring around is, a number of episodes back I said we would probably be upgrading our armor, and I think it's finally time we did a little something about this lap pack of ours. You may have just seen right there on NEI what I've got in mind. And this is actually going to be a bit of a crafting adventure, sort of like when we had to make this stuff for Greg Tech. But this does not come to us from Greg Tech. Today we're actually getting into something in the same mod that the advanced machines come from. And we haven't gotten into the advanced machines just yet, but trust me, they are awesome. They are basically the tier 2 for all the IC2 machines, which is awesome. So, the things we are going to need for crafting up an advanced electric jetpack, you see right here in front of us. Minus one little piece, which I've got in another chest. And I think, well, let me just kind of go through and show you. I think I've shown this before, but it's been a long enough time. We are going to need a regular jetpack, some carbon plates, an advanced lap pack, an advanced circuit, some glass fiber cables, and some engine boosters. The engine boosters are complex. These are what I don't have, because we're going to need to actually remake one of our compressors. Turns out you do indeed have a use for the compressor, which I forgot. I thought you could actually put these back into the plate bender and get them that way. So, then there is also the advanced lap pack, which requires the lap pack we already have, an advanced circuit, and a Lapatron crystal, something I don't think we've seen yet in this LP so far. You can actually build them with the original IC2 recipe, which was an energy crystal, some lapis, and some electronic circuits, or build-craft alternatives if you have that installed like I do. Or you can take the Greg Tech recipe, which is actually kind of nice, and you just take a sapphire and everything else the same around it. And that is what I have right here with our two electronic circuits. So we can go ahead and craft that up real quick. If I actually remember to take off my lap pack. So, Lapatron crystal up first. Bam. Very nice. I don't believe we need to charge it. I think the recipe is good enough without. So, now for the next piece, to turn it into an advanced lap pack, you'll notice we get the nice 300,000 EU we have currently, and then we upgrade it and we go to 1,000,000 EU. Now, doing this, we're going to need to be doing something about upgrading our power system, and we will definitely be getting to that, but I think after we do some of the looking around like I mentioned. So, advanced in the middle. Lapatron on the bottom, and a lap pack on top. And what's cool too, you look, it actually remembers we've got 300,000 EU stored in it already. Sweet! And since this will take a bit of time, I'm going to go ahead and start charging this thing up in the MFE Eco gave us. Alright, so we have our advanced lap pack finally. Next up in the easy to craft category is the electric jetpack. So we need another advanced circuit, some refined iron, a bat box, and some glowstone. And you'll note, bat box, refined iron, glowstone, and could have sworn it said electronic circuit, but that's okay. Easy enough to upgrade. Especially now that we have all these plans that I've been using. There we go. So, refined iron, advanced circuit, a bat box, and glowstone, I guess, to kind of represent the fiery burst coming out the back. Now, I've never actually used a jetpack before in all my time playing modded Minecraft. Nice, that's actually charging up faster than I thought. Cool. So, let's actually give this a try. Let's see. Shouldn't take too long. It's actually probably good enough. I'll probably have to fully charge to use it in the recipe. But electric jetpack just goes on your back like any other of the packs. And to use it, you just jump. Now, the dangerous thing is that in default mode, there's actually two modes, by the way, you have no way of actually slowing yourself down. So if you're not wearing longfall boots or something to protect yourself like I am with my feet, you can actually get yourself in a lot of trouble if you just forget. Now you heard that, that was the bone-breaking sound, but fortunately, the longfall boots keep us safe. Now, I did mention two modes, and I believe you actually have to be in flight, and, do you? Alright, yeah. Having never used this before, I could have sworn it was M. It might be... Ah, there it is. Hold down your mode shift key and jump. Now, if we do it, you'll note we go a little slower, because this is hover mode. And I think if we go into F5, it's a little easier to see. Now the nice thing too is that if you let go, you gently fall back to Earth. And so you don't ever have to worry about actually taking damage, which is cool. And I am going into this for a reason, because the advanced jetpack, like you saw, actually will incorporate these things into it. And we can go ahead and disable that real quick. And this should be done charging. Oh, no, almost. Charge you up too, in the meantime. And we can get back to work on our crafting adventure. So, electric jetpack and advanced lab pack. Now all we need to do is actually get the pieces to actually assemble them together. I already have the carbon plates right here, and the advanced circuit that we're going to need to use on the bottom. So we've got the main T covered. Now for some glass fiber cables. This is actually the next upgrade to energy cables in industrial craft. Like with the copper cables, they can basically handle low voltage, gold can do medium voltage. The glass fiber cables are the only ones that can really handle higher voltages. They can't do extreme voltage. I believe they cap out at, I want to say 512, which is high voltage. And they're really simple to make. Just a little like so. As long as you're clicking correctly. So, glass on top and bottom, some diamond, and there are two recipes for these actually. One with silver and one with redstone. Silver one, as you can see, gives you 6. If you were to use redstone, I believe it gives you 4. Yeah, just like that. Of course, with Greg Tech, you've got the option to use diamond dust and some of the other silvers in the game, or you can actually go and use some electrum, which I believe is also a Greg Tech edition. You can get 8. But I'm happy with 6 at the moment, so bam. We're going to be needing a lot of these in the future, so I just wanted to craft a few on screen now to take care of that. So, we now have what we're going to need for this. Up next are the true adventure, the engine boosters. So I've already got the advanced circuits, and I've got the overclockers ready, but next we're going to need some advanced heat vents. Ordinarily, you don't need these unless you are working on a nuclear reactor, and these help vent heat out of that reactor. But in this case, a lot of people have been using them in some of the advanced armors, because, well, it's an advanced armor, so you probably want to relieve some of that heat with how crazy powerful this thing is. Like, it's an engine. You need to vent the heat somehow, right? Exactly. So these guys are going to require some iron bars, a diamond, and some heat vents. So, more heat vents, huh? Yep. An upgraded heat vent, actually. The advanced heat vent. For these, we're going to need more iron bars and some refined iron. Or, GregTech added the aluminum plates, so you can also use those if you want, since they are really just a one-for-one trade. So, all this up next. We are going to need to do like so. Nope. Thought I did that backwards. Alright. Heat vents, 4 of them. Don't stack. You're going to find that's a very common theme when it comes to working with anything to do with nuclear reactors. Nothing stacks. Kind of a pain, but they're very powerful items for a very powerful machine, so it's not a bad thing to balance things around. And there we have it, our 2 advanced heat vents, with a few iron bars left over. Go ahead and put those away. I think everything's done charging now, so we can grab those up. Almost. We'll let that refill, and he can finish charging over here, where he'll actually charge up nice and fast. Excellent. Oh, yes. It's going to be nice walking around with a million EU again. Awesome. Making progress. Okay. Now, we're going to need to take and actually build our engine boosters. So, glowstone, advanced alloy, advanced heat vents, advanced circuits, overclockers. Oh, but wait. Advanced alloys. Also, I forgot to grab the glowstone I just noticed. But that's okay, because we actually need to take a little bit of time and get our compressor back out. And let's see, how many advanced alloys do we need? 6. 3 each. So, 6, 6, and 6. Now, I know that I did create the trade station to try and be able to avoid having to do things in this way, but technically the recipe is cheaper, and I think I mentioned this when I made the machine, the rolling machine, that you can actually, it's 1 for 1 instead of 3, 3, 3, and you only get 2. So, it is cheaper, so I will go ahead and use them that way. Now, the other thing, too, is we are going to need to pick up one of these machines temporarily, and I think we're going to go with the furnace, since we've got tons of them. And make sure we are in lossless. Good. Hey, it didn't break. Excellent. Okay, toss down our compressor. Stick our overclockers in there, and actually, since we're at it, I am going to stick a ton of overclockers in there, because this can take a little while. Nice. Overclockers are so awesome. And done. Excellent. I'm going to need 2 there. You go back here. And pick this guy back up. We will be using this compressor later. Don't worry about that. I just don't have a pressing need for him at the moment. I've got some interesting stuff going on in the basement that, for any of you who may have caught one of my live streams in this last month in which I was gone, I was actually starting to design a little bit of our future storage room. Kind of a boring thing, so I figured I would do it on a live stream instead of recording it. If you guys want, the VOD should still be available, I think. Pretty sure, anyway. Oh, wow. Keep forgetting how expensive using the electric wrench in lossless mode is when you don't actually have a backpack on. Much better. But we are about to fix that right now. because we are finally closing in on the last couple of crafting bits we're going to have to do. So, overclockers, advanced circuits, advanced heat vents. Unfortunately, they don't stack like we saw earlier. And glowstone. Said I forgot it. Forgot to actually get it. Just a few of those. And now we are ready. Heat vent. Overclocker. Nice. 1 engine booster. 2 engine booster. Woohoo. And these stack, which makes absolutely no sense to me considering some of the components didn't, but whatever. You'll find that a lot in the mods. So, now we are ready to finally assemble this wonderful new toy of ours. Advanced lap pack plus electric jetpack with some extra components to help hold them all together and make them work together properly. We get ourselves the advanced electric jetpack. Ooh. And how's that look on us? Well, let's see. Not bad, not bad. Doesn't look too terribly different from the regular jetpack, except it does have that really cool texture on the back that shows we're wearing something. And if you look at the top left, it'll actually tell us how much power is actually remaining. And so now, just like before when I showed you the regular jetpack, we have access to flight mode, but because this is coming from the advanced machines, you actually have a new toggle key, and I believe it is G. G? F? There it is, F. Jetpack on. Now, I'm not certain if there is a hover mode with the advanced jetpack. I don't believe there is, at least not one that I could find listed anywhere in the forum post. If anyone out there knows, definitely go ahead and leave me a comment. Or if anyone listening on TeamSpeak knows, let me know right now, and I can tell the guys in the video.
I think the advanced jetpack does.
You know how to turn it
I'm
on?
not sure. I don't know how to turn it on now, but
Okay.
I would assume it does if, like, the normal jetpack does, and then the upgraded version of itself does.
Yeah, I would too. Oh well. If it doesn't, it's not bad. I mean, we still finally have access to flight, so we can get around a little more easily and see some of these cool things around here. I can actually finally show you guys the netherrack. And again, since we are fortunately running around with longfall boots, whether or not we actually have hover mode, not a big deal. It's a little easier to control yourself when you're flying, but I'll take it for what it is. And I think with that, that is our big crafting adventure for the day. I'm so happy to have this finally. You'll note it does use a bit of power when flying, but since we have so much, and it's now spread out across everything, it's really great. The only thing it won't power is other pieces of armor. But there is something else that I want to craft here soon, but I think that's only going to be after we finally upgrade our power system and our power storage system, which, again, will be coming up in a bit. Now, if you guys will give me a second, I just want to check a couple things, and we'll come back and open up some presents. Okay, just had to go grab something from inside real quick, and I think we are now ready to open up some more presents. We've got this one from Eco over here, and we've got one from Mr. Late Black Flame. But I think first what I'm going to do is open this letter Zesh sent me. He didn't come by and drop off a present, but he gave us a nice letter in the mail, which is always nice to receive. And, ooh, that's a good present. Two portal spawner frames, 12 wither skeleton skulls, and a tier 5 wither skeleton soul shard. That's some good stuff. And for those of you who don't really know why that's so awesome, we will definitely be covering that in some future episodes. As I always say. But it's true, we will be covering things. Hopefully without any more breaks in the future. but we'll have to see. Usually it depends on how crappy my days at work go, which I would tell you guys about, but I think it would be far too depressing, and it would send whoever is actually still left watching away, and we wouldn't want that. So, Mr. Late Black Flame's present. I believe we have some sapphire blocks and some iron blocks, and what are these? Are these black iron fences?
I think the
Railcraft ones?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Railcraft actually adds in some iron fences you can make, and they're dyeable. You can paint them. The only little hitch about them is when you break them, they stop being dyed. So when you do get ready to use them, make sure you know what you're going to do with them, or be ready to re-dye them a lot.
You see, that's a bonus present there, because I can just re-dye them again to whatever you want.
Awesome. Thinking ahead. Alright, so, next, iron. Ooh, yes, blocks of iron. Very nice. And blocks. Ooh. There's a nice looking little center in this thing I just noticed. Ooh. Block O diamond. Ooh. Very nice.
Quite funny, because I know there's a chest in there, but Lord help me, I can't remember what I put in it.
It's okay. It's been over a month since you probably built it.
I'm just gonna have to act surprised. Wait, no, I don't have to act surprised. Act like I knew what was in it.
Yes. And I do really like the way the sapphire blocks look in this mod, in this texture pack.
Oh yeah.
So nice. Alright, enough cleaning up. I can clean this up later. What do we got? Ooh. More iron, lots of redstone, another block of diamond, and some 6 force field emitters. Very nice. Modular power suit stuff. These are expensive little buggers, especially in the updates. Look at that. Look at that. That's crazy. I mean, you need 4 solenoids, 4 ender pearls, and an advanced circuit. But a solenoid is these wirings around a machine block, or some steel ingots, or some iron ingots. Okay, that's a little more reasonable. But wiring itself, yeah. Copper, silver, copper. Or if you want to, some uninsulated copper, some silver, or gold and redstone, which this one might not be too bad. Although these tend to be the easier to get resources, so I would probably go with that one later on. But this is going to be very helpful. These, well, these will be relevant when we finally get around to modular power suits. But since we just got our advanced electric jetpack, it'll probably be a little while before we actually touch on that one. There we go. Silly thing. Very good present. Very good present, thank you.
You're welcome.
And of course, a stack of uranium ore. Nice. And of course, inventory tweaks. Boop! And all your wonderful, painstaking design in the chest. Undone. Wahahaha.
It made it look like I gave you more than I actually did. That's the idea.
Well, it also looks really cool too, which is a plus. And I left Icarus for last because he actually told me that the box is actually more of the present than what's inside. So, what do we have from Eco? Lots of iron blocks, lots of diamond blocks. And so many resources. This is so nice. I don't even need to have a quarry. I just need to tell people it's my birthday every day. And what do we have here? Another block of diamond, 44 blocks of iron, and 23 empty soul shards. Ooh. Nice. I think we'll store those in there for the moment. Should be safe around here, assuming no creepers be creeping. Yeah, I am pretty well set for iron for a long time. Thank you, everybody. Very, very nice. And I will definitely be cleaning this up in a little bit. I might leave this one. Do something with it. It looks cool. Ninjas, pumpkins, and glowing Noc'Craft blocks.
Hmm.
Go figure. I want to keep the pumpkins. Okay, well, we are kind of probably getting close to today's episode with the crafting and the exploring, but I think we have enough time to at least, well, I probably want to spend the whole episode looking at Spawn, just out with how much has gone there, so, what do we do with the rest of today's episode? You know what? Give me a few minutes, I'll think about it. Okay, I got an idea. I just remembered there are a couple things over in the Buildcraft room that I wanted to update you guys on. Mr. Anti-Flame is present. It actually got me the first time I walked in. I'm like, whoa! Then I'm like, wait a minute, that's a little low. What's going on here? Yeah. For those of you who don't know, Black Flame has started a second account called Anti-Flame, and if you'd like to take a few minutes and explain that to the viewers.
Pretty much it was I got a second account to use as a camera for recording time-lapsey footage, but when I was talking to Rick on the server, and I was on about, I wonder what it would actually sound like if it was a real person, and I started doing the voice, I decided, you know what, stuff it, I'm actually going to do some episodes as him. And my throat still hasn't recovered.
Yes, he's done the one trial episode, if you guys want to go check that out. It's on his channel, the Fatality Company.
Yes.
Yeah. His channel is linked in the description of every video, so you have no excuse to not know where it is. Go check it out. It's actually pretty hilarious. I think the only thing he really needs to work on is a good closing catchphrase. If you ever do another episode.
Oh, I had already recorded a second one, but it kind of got off track and I kept breaking voice, like, partway through sentences.
Mm-hmm.
So I scrapped it. But I will be doing another one.
Okay, cool. Something else I wanted to show you viewers. I actually took a little time and rearranged the cobblestone structure pipes down here. They are now actually, I could probably show you better with a wrench in hand. There it is. Nope, that's not the good one to show you from. Oops. Kind of gives away the secret there. But if we go ahead and take a look, I actually moved them all back here and added some facades, so now it's all nice and clean looking. The only thing is I had to keep this one out so I could actually still connect through to this one. I might actually move it under and just go straight through here, but I think I had something in the way here that prevented that. I don't remember. This was something I did shortly after recording the last episode you guys saw, which, as you know, has been a bit of time. But everything is all still the same here. Canceller energy, red pipe signal, leading over to these guys. And this was just me trying to figure out if I want to actually upgrade to 5 energy storage, redstone energy cells or not. And what I'm going to do with the next block that's going to be going down here. Stuff coming up in the future. Pretty sure I showed you guys that. And I think the last thing to close out today's episode is a little bit more crafting. Just one last little thing, something to actually finally round out our set of thermal expansion blocks here. And we're going to need these guys. I think that's all we're going to need. Yep, that looks about right. We are going to make ourselves... Alright, I guess I'll just say we're going to make ourselves a sawmill. Wood, that's what I'm forgetting. Of course you need wood in a sawmill. I rolled my eyes, you couldn't see that. Okay. Sawmill. Copper. machine frame, reception cell, and an iron axe. And yes, it does have to be an iron axe. But that gets us a sawmill. Now, what's so great about a sawmill? Well, everybody knows one log gets you 4 planks. But if instead we hook up a sawmill here, and give me a sec real quick to configure this and turn some stuff off. I don't want that going out. Now, since we got our power all stored up, if we were to take a single log and stick it in the sawmill, we get 6 planks and some sawdust. Now what can we do with sawdust? Plenty of things, actually. As soon as any eye comes up, take 8 of them in a circle like this, and you get some compressed sawdust. Or you can get some tiny piles of wood pulp, which is a Greg Tech thing that makes no sense. Or you can stick 8 of them in a compressor and get a wood plate, and guess what a wood plate is equivalent to? 1 plank. You can use a wood plate anywhere you can use a plank. Or you can do things like this in the carpenter. You can make paper, cartons, all sorts of cool stuff. And of course these, the compressed sawdust, I believe you can actually use as fuel. Oh wow, I don't know about that. The glider wing for modular power suits. You can actually smelt it into charcoal. So yeah, lots of cool uses, and you get bonus wood, which is always nice to have. And I think with that, with the calm nighttime music coming on, signaling an end to the day, I think with this, I'm going to call it up for today. Wanted to thank everybody for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry again about how long it's been since the last episode was released. I really hope this doesn't happen again in the future. I'm not saying it never will, but I am hopeful and optimistic about everything. And the show might start being a little more like this in the future. Just kind of whatever I want to do, because it feels like... Well, I'll leave that for another time. We are definitely near the end of the episode. Again, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys again next time.